Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, the internet, and the like, and welcome back to Serious Sam, the second encounter. And where we had previously left off, we had played through the level which is called the Citadel, and now we're picking up a Tommy gun. We're going to start firing upon things immediately. This is the Land of the Damned, which is a very pretty looking level, and it's also filled with a lot of scary enemies, which do like to get shot by other enemies because friendly fire is obviously enabled on them, and that's quite unfortunate in their case, but you know what, I could care less because it saves me the trouble of having to occasionally shoot enemies from time to time. There is that. However, you kind of have to grab the attention of that arachnoid to get them to start firing upon the Zorgs, and yeah, it's a bit of a mess. Also, my sensitivity feels really weird right now. I'm not really sure why that is. It feels a little more, slidey, I guess. Like, this doesn't feel like very sharp turning on my mouse. It just feels kind of slidey, and it's a little bit annoying, but you know what? Oh well. And hey, that was a pretty nice shot, wasn't it? I was directly in front of you. Okay, so let's just observe what we have right here. I'm not sure, I don't exactly remember where all the secrets are in this level. However, I do remember two of them here at the beginning. Like, for one, you can see like a pair of legs over there, and we'll investigate that shortly. First of all, I'm gonna pick up this ammo pack and this grenade launcher, and we're going to be a little bit careful because I do believe that spawns a biomechanoid on the other side. For now, I'm just gonna do a couple of trick shots with the grenade launcher because I love the grenade launcher. You could probably use a shotgun blast here or there. Hang on. It's mechanical. It's going thump, thump. There he is! And he's not even paying attention to me. Go ahead, destroy the tree. At least I'm slightly protected. Am I being shot by? I'm being shot by something. If I remember correctly, yeah. I'm a good shot, as you can see. Like I said, my mouse sensitivity feels a little bit weird right now, but hopefully that will not interfere with our progress in the level. Hang on. What's that? Hey! Where are you going? No, these enemies, they obviously have some sort of walking pattern in which they completely miss my presence until they walk around a certain direction, and they're like, oh hey, Serious Sam is over there, maybe we should shoot at him, you guys. If you could just, like, walk in front of the building until you actually slide your way to the other side, that'd be great. There we go. Okay, obviously the pathfinding in this game is not as good as it apparently is in Serious Sam 3, because I heard that the pathfinding of enemies in that game was pretty good compared to other ones. They kind of fixed a couple things here and there, and I can't wait to get to Serious Sam 3 because that sounds like fun. I can't remember if there's another bull around here or not. I need to cough. And after coughing, I managed to figure out that sharp turning was actually off for some reason, so I turned it back on. Anyways, you see this guy right here? He's in a bit of a pickle. Obviously, Santa here wanted to deliver presents to the invisible inhabitants of the Land of the Damned. That would be, like, the worst place to live, in my opinion. How would you like to live in a place called the Land of the Damned? Anyway, if you blow him up, then you get a secret heart, and that's always nice. Now, there was actually a switch over here on the sort of windmill area, so we're going to go ahead and flip that over. Now, interesting note, this area is pretty much converted into a deathmatch arena. I believe the level is called Yodeler, and there are a couple of subtle changes to it, and one of those is you can actually climb the windmill tower. That's pretty cool, and you can get like a sniper rifle up there in the little tower, but obviously not in this case. There are a couple subtle differences, but obviously you can kind of tell that this section of this level is ported from was ported for the deathmatch level, is what I'm trying to say. So here you see we have Santa Sam. Now, the way Santa Sam works is that every time you like shoot at him or burn him just a little bit with the flamethrower, he drops a different gift, and it's a little bit cruel, but we're gonna do it anyways. So you can see he dropped like a serious damage power-up and armor and all that good stuff. And he'll just keep dropping a couple items here and there. I might actually try to keep him alive by just burning him ever so slightly, but at the same time I also really want these power-ups. And there we go. I think that should be sufficient. And we're going to leave Santa Sam alive to deliver gifts for another day. And I think we're going to go ahead and continue on with actually, what happens if you destroy the snowman? There we go. Secret armor if you destroy the snowman. That apparently is another secret. And it's really, really good that I picked that up as soon as I could. Or remember to blow up the thingy. Goodbye, Santa Sam. And yeah, if Santa Sam dies, then he just kind of evaporates pretty much, and that's a little bit depressing. So I'm not going to bother killing him this time. And if you walk through here, you also get a laser gun.
Now I got your ticket to hell.
Didn't you say that in the previous level? I'm not even going to argue with it. There's also a serious bomb right here, and we also have a message. Armed kamikazes? The lava caves I told you about. It seems that this place exists. This whole book, it's a diary that one of the mages who hid the Grail wrote during their campaign. If we follow the instructions from the book, we should be able to find the Holy Grail. My thermal sensors are going wild. There seems to be a strong heat emission from the direction we are heading. I guess we're on the right track. Watch out! Those screaming blockheads are carrying some sort of weapon with them. And this area is pretty interesting. Because for one thing, you have a little bit of jingle bells going on. And once the enemies appear, it becomes like this jamming rock tune, and it's quite awesome. And this is like the only place, apart from Yodeler, where this song plays. And that over there is another stat cannon, so we're gonna go ahead and maybe try to take care of it as soon as possible. So yeah, this is a fight sequence, and it's pretty spooky. So, you got kamikazes, and you got the clear skeletons starting off. That's not too bad. However, one thing the enemies do is that, again, they like to carry things over into the battlefield, and one thing that the kamikazes are doing is that they're actually carrying cannons over. You can see that out in the distance, there's a couple of them carrying what I think is a static cannon, and obviously we don't want that static cannon to be firing... Right, so let's try to avoid that the next time it happens. So, what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna use a serious bomb, because I don't really use those nearly enough, and that doesn't actually take care of the kamikazes, right? So, what? Alright, they were suddenly running with that. The kamikazes also do have some weird movement pattern, it seems. Okay, that was a rotating cannon. It should probably be important to point out that the rotating cannons are slightly different from the static cannons, because if you couldn't tell judging by their name, they obviously rotate, and you don't want them to rotate in your direction because it's pretty much an insta-kill, as the game just so kindly demonstrated. I mean, I guess I had to show it at some point or another, so we're gonna take care of that. We're just gonna shoot these guys for a while. This fight sequence can be generally spooky. I mean, obviously, I wasted a lot of my bullets around the beginning, but if you have an excess amount of, like, lasers, then you should be fine. And you also have plenty of explosives as well, and eventually I am going to get to use those, but I prefer to use sort of my bullet-based weapons first, before tackling any of the other enemies with things like... yeah. I didn't say explosive-based weapons, did I? I think I meant to say, like, bullet-based, and that's pretty much what I consider these all to be, so... Oh wow, he didn't really have that much health, did he? The kamikaze survived! What? That was quite unexpected. It appears as though I still have plenty of ammunition left, and I'm not gonna argue with that. I'm perfectly fine with that, to be honest. Just take care of you with the minigun, maybe shoot your friends a little bit here and there. Oh no god, the cannon is firing upon me. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, the cannons are definitely not your friends. Do not get shot by them like I did. I really don't know what exactly I should do right here, because my strategy kind of ends once I've run out of ammo for those kinds of weapons. I'm just gonna spam rockets for a little bit. And as you can see now, they're sending out miniature biomechs, which aren't too bad. My health is looking a little bit on the low side, and I am somewhat concerned. I definitely do not want to step out to where that cannon is, because obviously then I'd die and I'd have to restart all over again. That's not going to be fun, so I'm going to quick save right here. And maybe I'll move on to the shotgun if the enemies get too close. Like, right now, how about? That would be kind of nice. I mean, shotgun does work pretty well because it's mostly as kamikazes and occasionally throws out a clear skeleton as well. It's really the biomechs that are just kind of in the foreground right now, and once we clear out most of the kamikazes, we can deal with them and then switch back to the shotgun. Also, in the background music, there are actually enemies, but said enemies aren't really appearing. Like, I think you just heard a arachnoid death screech, but obviously there aren't any arachnoids in the battle arena. And you can hear, like, minigun sounds as well. It's a little bit weird. We're gonna go ahead and maybe quick save again, because now I have a bit more of a safe advantage. The worst of the enemies are gone now. It's really just the biomechs and the cannon. And thankfully that cannon did not get a chance to shoot at me, so pretty sure it's just a couple more biomechs here and there. We should be done. Now, as I said on the Tower of Babel level, if you have extra enemies on in multiplayer for this level, then it, God, what am I trying to say? It spawns a Highlander Reptiloid Bride, and that can be pretty scary. Like I said, you don't really have all the power-ups that you would get from the Tower of Babel level, so it would probably be a bit more of a challenge to take down the Highlander's Bride. And for the most part, when I played this level in multiplayer on Serious Sam HD, I would just run towards the next area, and there's like this gate right over there, and the Highlander's Bride can never make it over the gate, so it kind of gets stuck behind the wall. If you keep opening the doors, then you can pretty much just kill it the really cheap way. And that does take a while, but it's also pretty satisfying once you kill it, so there is that. And I really like listening to this Jingle Bells tune, it's very peaceful. And then once we just clear this sort of canyon area, then we're going to switch back to the default level music. And right now, yeah, like I said, you can hear kamikazes, but there aren't actually kamikazes. It's a little bit weird. Alright, so that was that fight sequence. A little bit scary, but we took care of it. I'm gonna zoom in right now and take care of these cannons as soon as possible, because I do not want them to kill me. Unless, of course, they're, like, invincible and you just can't kill them right now because they aren't technically activated yet. I think once you walk forward, then it counts them as being activated. It's a little bit weird. I know that there's actually an invulnerability power-up behind one of these doors. There's also that guy right there. Yeah, here we go. Alright. So with this invulnerability power-up in hand, I'm gonna go ahead and just run straight towards the point, so that way I can deal with the enemies while I'm still invincible. And then we'll take care of the cannons, because obviously the cannons have a lot of health, like I said. In Serious Sam HD, that's changed. They don't really have as much health as they do in this game, which is very nice. However, such is not the case in this game, and there's just like a ton of... They just have a ton of health. It's really ridiculous. I'm gonna hide back here just for a little bit. Hopefully the cannons won't be able to fire upon me. I think it works in the same way as most enemies work. If they don't see you, they're not gonna shoot at you, but at the same time, I kind of want to watch my footing. And I don't remember that guy back there actually spawning. That's kind of interesting, really. Alright, let's just get rid of him right now, so that way we don't have to worry about him sniping at us from a distance. I've never seen that guy spawn before, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, you learn something new every day. And there's a lot of you, but I could probably take you out with the shotgun, because the shotgun's a pretty cool weapon, which doesn't get nearly enough love. But I'm really not sure how many Zorgs it's actually going to spawn right now. 2. Okay, I'm going to quick save right here, because I don't want to die to the cannons. Oh, that guy can see me. Alright. Let's just try to get a bit of a safe advantage. There we go. What? Hey! 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 Where is he? There, okay, he's over there. And there's also a cannon over there. How should I deal with this? I'm gonna deal with the cannon first. Fire at me! Yay! You're dead now. It's pretty simple. And you guys, I'll take you both out at the same time because I'm cool like that. Oh. Watch out for that cannonball right there. Also, I believe in Serious Sam HD, I can't remember if I mentioned this already, but for some reason they don't count the cannons as, like, enemies. I think it's actually a bug, because you can destroy the cannons, but Natrix doesn't have a message about them for some odd reason. Like I said, I think it's just a bug that they never bothered fixing. Just a bit of an observation right there. But I do believe you also get points for killing them anyway, so there is that. I'm gonna quickly read the message about the rotating cannon. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same as the static cannon, except for the fact that these guys rotate, and yeah, that's pretty much the only difference. Alright, so let's move on now, shall we? We've done just about everything we need to do. This level is definitely one of the cooler looking levels, in my opinion, because it starts off with the snow theme, and snow theme levels in most video games are pretty awesome looking, especially this one. I love the way it's designed. And there's the minigun right there. But we also get a different type of variation, because if you read the tricks and messages like I did, you'll learn that there's like tales of a lava cave, and that's pretty much exactly where we're going. Because like Trix has said, there is a lava cave area,
This is what I call a gun.
and it is pretty awesome looking. It's just, you'll see it when we get there. Now, one thing I am going to do is that, you see the snowman? You probably don't want to destroy it if you're standing right next to it, but I'm going to destroy it from a distance, if I can actually select the rocket launcher. Because once you do that, I believe, if I can actually hit the guy, that'd be nice. Oh, I get it. Right. So the snowman I forgot about this entirely. Every time you shoot the snowman, it shrinks a little bit. And once you completely destroy it, I believe 5 rockets. No, it's still alive. Secret incredible shrinking snowman has been destroyed, and there's also 2 biomechs, I believe. So that being said, standing in here is probably in your best interest if you don't want to get shot. I mean, that one almost hit me, but you have at least a better chance of avoiding getting hit by the rocket splash damage. And as you can see, that guy's rockets got pretty much destroyed by the trees, and that was very, very nice. And if you clear out all those enemies, then you can go ahead and pick up this heart. And that all being done, we can enter the dreaded lava cave section, but not dreaded for me because I think it's one of the core looking areas of the game.